Hello, hello! I hope everyone is having a great day so far. Um, I'm actually glad I was able to stream today, which is nice. So what I will be working on today that I've been working on for like the past few streams is a animatic for a character. His name is Aerrin. It's kind of going to be a trailer for an upcoming project that I'm going to be working on, kind of a pretty much like a comic that I'll be making at some point in time. So I have a little bit more context, I think, in the description. I don't remember what's in the description. I wrote it like a week or so ago, and I'm notoriously bad for not double checking things. So um, today we have frogs in the stream like usual. I kind of let them get a little bit of a head start. I kind of started them like 5 minutes before stream started, and we already got like 6 of them already. So we'll kind of see how many we get. See if we kind of are on our average, which is probably around 40 frogs. But with that being said, I'm gonna kind of just get straight into doing this animatic. Just for like transparency's sake, there is no sound on the animatic, just because I don't want to I don't know, make YouTube upset with copyright and everything. So there's gonna be no sound for right now. Hello, Kelly. Welcome. Hello, Shwebathan. Welcome. I hope you both are having a great day so far. I know my day has been very hectic so far. It's always great when like you wake up late in the afternoon and it's like, oh no, we have no power, and come to find out there's like power outages for like the next like 2 miles surrounding you, like all over the state that I'm in. There were power outages, and you're just like, oh damn, well that sucks. It took us a long time to get power, and then we had like Wi-Fi issues because our Wi-Fi router just hated being turned off for that long, I guess. But I don't know. It was definitely, I was like, oh no, am I going to miss another Thursday stream because of Wi-Fi issues? But we're good. We figured it out. When in doubt, restart it out, you know? So we just restarted everything, and I'm glad it worked out. Alright, anyways. I'm going to put these back. I think probably just do a preliminary kind of playthrough of the animatic that I have so far, and then I'm gonna be starting to work on the backgrounds again, because unlike the last stream, I didn't really have any time to go in and grind stuff out off of stream, so I will be doing a lot of that today. A lot of that, a lot of talking, just a lot of stuff in general from Shwebathan. Just gotta turn it on and off again. Best tech trick in the book, absolutely. Hello, Whisper, welcome. Alright, we're gonna play this through. Just for context, it's like a minute long, no sound. Then afterwards, gonna continue working on the backgrounds. Hello, Norman, welcome. Alright. I've mentioned this a few times before, but the song in the background would be the Underworld song from the epic saga, because that stuff be jammin', alright? The Underworld saga is probably my favorite saga so far, but we'll see. Hello, Spirit Fairy, welcome! I hope you all are having a good day. Wasn't expecting to see so many people here. Hello. If you're wondering why there's a few more frogs than usual, I let them get a little bit of a head start before stream started, so there's a little bit more little guys than usual. But yeah, I wish I worked on this a little bit more, but with the power outage and working on kind of sketching out and redoing some comic panels for like a small little short that I did. Are you excited about the Wisdom Saga? I didn't even know the Wisdom Saga was coming out till I saw your story, Whisper, and I'd say I'm pretty excited. I haven't seen any of the sound bites or anything for it yet, so I don't particularly like know if I'm like super hyped for it yet. Um, just because I have not gotten the opportunity to hear the sound, like, because I know sometimes there's like little sound clips that he'll release early, and I have not seen any. I know a lot of the time I am pretty dark on stuff, like, quite literally, I didn't know like one of my favorite games was getting a movie until like the week it came out. I have no idea why. I have no idea when things come out. It's just like, oh, this thing just came out, and I'm like, oh wow, really? I had no idea. I could not tell you. Oh, sorry if stream is lagging a little bit. Wi-Fi has been awful. Just let me know if stream is lagging bad, and then I will try and sort it out. From Whisper, some animatics with the upcoming songs have been released, including mainly God games, which you're so hyped to hear the final versions of. Yeah, I've seen a few God games ones. I'll have to actually like go in and look at them. I'm kind of like, I would say more of like an epic lurker. Not like a super duper like hype fan for like the concept album, but that's only just because I'm here for mostly the animatics, and to like play the songs on repeat in the background sometimes. But that's kind of how I just work with stuff a lot. Is that I'm like, oh wow, this thing is great, and then like, I wish I've gotten like more into it than just a surface level, but alas, I am just an awful person. So, alright, gonna be doing backgrounds just so we can continue making some smooth progress. And my hope is to finish this probably by this weekend and post it. So hopefully, this animatic will be finished by then, because this is like the longest I've spent probably in general on an animatic, or at least recently. Usually they're pretty quick and pretty fast. So, hello, am I? Oh, was I lagging really hard? Sorry, my brother kind of just, snuck in and was just checking on how stream bitrate and everything was going, but alright, I'm very confused. What the diggly dang did I do? Okay, these are on the same layer, but like, you know what? I'm just not gonna question it. We're just gonna keep it the way it is, actually. But yeah, honestly, I wish there were more stuff that I kind of knew that it was coming out, so I'd be excited for it to come out. Last thing that I was like super duper excited about, that I knew that was coming out, was like the new Cult of the Lamb update. And so far, I haven't been able to play much of it because it's been super laggy for me, unfortunately. But is there anyone else is like super hyped that's coming out recently that they're excited for? Because like I said, I am in the dark on most things. I know my brother's like been super into Dragon Age recently, and there's like the new Dragon Age game coming out, and I'm super excited for him for that. I like how I'm just using the box tool for this door. I mean, it works, you know? when in doubt, just make it up, I guess. But again, please do let me know if there's any like sound issues, lag, anything, just because I don't test stuff before I start stream. And the Wi-Fi and my power has been absolutely awful because we've been getting some real bad storms, which, I mean, I love rain, so the storms are great, but when it knocks out like half your state's power in one swoop because the power company has a monopoly, it's not the best. I am just very glad we did not have to empty out our fridge. Because at the very least, no one decided to open the fridge before the power went out, so. It was cold. Right. So I kind of mentioned this last stream for, it's kind of like 3 stages in this animatic. We have like, you know, I'm just gonna call them like we got the yellow, the blue, and then we got the red. For this yellow stage, the backgrounds are kind of like a Georgian mansion style because the character Aerrin is from a noble house, and that's kind of the style of building interiors that it has. So that's the vibe I'm going for. For Spiritberry, no, you're not really excited for anything except for the art you're making for your OCs. That counts. That definitely counts. I would 100% say that counts. You can totally be excited for making art for your OCs or just art in general. I wish I kind of had that sentiment right now, but I think it's just because I've been burnt out for a little bit and haven't super duper been like hyped to make art, but I still enjoy making art. Therefore, I do still make art. I am excited to see how this animatic will turn out in general, because like I've mentioned, it's like the longest animatic I've made in a while. And kind of like the first, like, I guess, trailer / serious one for this project that I'm working on. So it's gonna be fun and nice to I guess hopefully see finished and hopefully enjoy it when it's done. Definitely thinking either Saturday or Sunday. I'm probably gonna finish it up and post it. So I would have done a little bit more progress, but I had an old comic that I wanted to kind of flesh out just a little bit. So that was fun doing. But boy, when I like made the whatchamacallit, the page layouts for that comic, it was like a year ago, and when I made the page layouts, they were so sporadic, it was really hard to figure out what the heck was happening. Alright. We got a door. Woo! From Spiritberry, let's just say you have a lot planned for next month in October. Hype. I am so hype about that. It's gonna be awesome. I know. For October, I'm excited because I think I'm probably actually gonna finally finish. A while ago, I like did 1 or 2 concepts for like FNAF characters, but if they were like D&D classes and stuff. And I think this October I'll actually like finish that and like, I don't know, make proper content for it. What's funny about that whole thing is I actually even made a fillable Dungeons and Dragons character sheet that was like Five Nights at Freddy's themed. And I've like not done anything with that. But that's on me. I like originally started doing that stuff for, you know, anticipation for the FNAF movie, and then I never continued it afterwards. Right. Gotta love drawing doors. This is the third time I've drawn this door. Gotta love it. Okay. Might be a little bit more quiet on this stream just because I don't know what to talk about. Kind of like usually on every stream, I'm like yapping, being like, man, gotta find a topic of conversation. And then I don't. Alright, from Spearberry, next month you're gonna reveal new characters, 5 in total? Ooh, that's gonna be fun. Are you gonna do like a, I don't know, like each day you reveal a new character, or is it gonna be like, I guess, are you gonna reveal them all together? I mean, hopefully I will be joining you in the character kind of revealing aspect, because I'm working on this project, and then hopefully I'll actually get the character introductions done at some point and actually post those, which will be fun. The only issue is that just because this whole kind of story is based off of a D&D campaign, the only bad part is that I have to really make sure that the other people, that they feel like their characters are well represented and I didn't like mess them up or anything. So that's gonna be fun. And that's kind of like the only reason why out of all of these characters, the only two that like I've actually made character introductions for are Jackie and Jackal, because those are my boys. Alrighty, anyways. Probably should be lining up these boxes just slightly more, but that is a lot of work. I know one thing also that came out recently that I didn't know what was happening, but I'm very excited for, is if anyone's into multiplayer horror games, and you know, the one that's been kind of popping off recently, which is Lethal Company. If anyone's into that game, apparently it had an update recently, and it was a ton of fun to play with my friends last night. Definitely a lot of fun. I found this bug and I like carried it outside and it just exploded on me and killed me. I was very sad about it because I wanted to show everybody else. From Spearberry, you'll spend this month drawing them, so hopefully they'll all be revealed in the first few weeks. Nice! It's always nice to kind of like figure out like a schedule that you're gonna post stuff in. That would be absolutely wonderful to do. Unfortunately, I do not have the consistency for that. Alright. I think we're gonna shorten this door a little bit, because I really want to add the whole like arched window at the top, because that's like a big kind of feature. I don't know, something I really want to get into is like 3D modeling, so I can actually like make 3D backgrounds. I feel like that would be so cool. Not like in the webtoon sense where, you know, it's just 3D backgrounds, but I don't know. I feel like it'd be fun to learn. None of the things I've ever made in 3D are like, I've made a blobfish and a donut. That penguin decided to stop by for a while. Oh, you're working on your next art project. Nice. I hope it's going well. Kind of just chilling. I'm kind of just yapping. Like usual. Alright. It's a little hard to tell when the backgrounds change. Oh wait, no. Confusion. Hold up. There we go. Okay. I should really start labeling my layers, but you know, I never do. That'd probably make things a lot easier. Alright, that's what I needed. Okay, this is the new one, and then this is the start of like the kind of blue kind of area where it's like a battlefield. It's not gonna be a well-drawn battlefield, but it will be a battlefield. Here we are. I know. I'm always excited when you guys pop by and are like, hey, I'm working on art or working on a project. It always makes me really excited to see what's going to be happening. It's always nice to like hear about other people's projects and characters. So every time you guys like pop in and are like, hey, I'm working on something, I'm like, heck yeah. You absolutely should be working on something because I know I'm excited to see it. So. Alrighty, perfect. Nope, that was bad. I don't know why I said already perfect. Here we go. Make some cool pillars. From Spearberry, you're gonna have a lot of Halloween drawings too. You're really excited to start those. I'm excited to hopefully maybe do Inktober or something. I think I've mentioned that, and do another like 30-day stream. I think that would be fun. From that Penguin, it's going pretty well. You're gonna do a version of the Harpy hair animation meme. Also, thank you again for sharing the project. You posted it on Insta today. Appreciative of anyone who shares your stuff. Well, yeah, of course I shared it. It was really cool. I really liked the I believe it was the project with the moving illustration, if I remember correctly. I don't know, that's something I've always wanted to do, is make moving illustrations like that. I feel like those are so cool. But also doing the Harpy hair animation one, I've been seeing those more recently, and I feel like that's gonna be a ton of fun to do. I'll see. I don't know. It's definitely something that I might also want to try and, you know, put my hand in, but we'll see if I actually get the projects I need to get done first. AKA like this one. Alright, how does smoke look? I might actually have to pull up a reference image for smoke. Alright, let's see. Gotta open up that Chrome. Always good to look up references. I unfortunately just never do. I don't know if any of these reference photos will help me though. From that Pangolin. Yes, you used to do, you use Power Director. Do not recommend because there's something wrong with your Adobe account, so he was unable to use the After Effects during Art Fight. Please use anything but Power Director. I mean, so even though like my old college like completely capoodled itself, I still have access to my Adobe account, so I might just use Adobe After Effects, but we'll see how long that lasts, because it could be very short-lived. From Spearberry, you're gonna draw all your characters in costume. You have a feeling you're gonna like Vixen's costume. I'm excited. I'm very excited. I don't know. I love drawing characters in costumes because it's always fun to like explore, especially for like Halloween costumes. Like oh, what would my character wear if they were like doing Halloween? Or like, what would they choose to wear as their Halloween costume? I remember there was one point in time here. Let me see if I can pull it up. Where for this D&D campaign that I'm kind of like basing this whole story around, I made like a little tiny art piece for it where it was like all the characters, if they were like, kids trick-or-treating. Let me see if I can pull it up. I gotta remember when I actually did it though. Because it was both a long time ago, but also not that long ago. Spearberry, he's gonna be a cowboy? Nice. Let's go. As a Western cowboy gal myself, I quite literally, like, pretty much almost grew up on the cusp of tumbleweeds. Very hype. Also from that penguin, loving the sketches you have so far for the harpy hair because the characters are from a big writing piece of yours. It's close to your heart. Aw, I love that. Lots of lore will be involved. Nice. From user, wish you could watch stream, but you're gonna go watch VODs of the previous first two. I hope you're having fun. Well, I hope you have fun. Hopefully they're not like too much of a slog to get through, but thank you for popping by, user. Here's that Halloween image. Alright, I'm just gonna like drag this over here. Yeah, we had like a fun little Halloween image. Jackie is not in this image, but we do have Aerrin here, which the animatic is about. So I know it was fun trying to think of different characters in their Halloween costumes. I absolutely love just like, I don't know, putting characters that you have and that you really like, but in like different contexts. Always gets the brain going. I have so much like art over the years for the story and or characters that I just haven't really shared because it's all like old art. But let me just tell you, there's definitely a few AUs in there. Spearberry, you're gonna have fun. You're gonna draw him with one of those sticks with horse heads. Dude, those are the best. When I was a kid, those like little fake horses, those were the absolute best. At my grandma's house, we used to have 3 of them. One for my brother, one for me, and one for my sister. Because my sister was a horse girl. She was a horse girl through and through. It was like in her blood. And we used to use those things all the time. Fake like foam cowboy hats and everything. It was wonderful. From that penguin, trying to get as much as you can done before the semester starts. So many hard courses. Oof. Honestly, I have no idea if I'm even going to school for this semester. But that's like more personal stuff. But I hope your semester goes very well. And even though you have hard classes, that you enjoy them. That's always the most important part. And sometimes having a hard class is a lot of fun. At least in my experience. And that penguin, and you start moving in tomorrow? Oh, jeez. Oh, hello, brother.
I was looking for the Halloween image for you.
Oh, I found it.
Yeah, I know you found it just as I pulled it up on Google Photos. I was about to.
My brother's breaking in Lo Siento. But I don't know. You're gonna... Ooh, you'll try and enjoy coding. Coding's not that bad. I have, like, the least amount of coding experience probably of anyone ever. But in my experience, it's not too bad. Depends on what you're coding, because I've done some, like, basic website coding. and I made like a point and click game at one point. But it's not too bad. If you ever get stuck, just like go to like coding Reddit, look up your question, and then copy paste whatever the answer is, and it's most likely how it works. I mean, most of my coding experience is like how Minecraft Redstone and coding kind of coexist with each other, and how Minecraft Redstone is like diet coding. Oh, game coding? I've always wanted to try game coding. I mean, from like the videos that I've watched, it depends on like the type of game that you want to code, because it's like really different if it's like a 2D versus 3D game. At least that's what I've heard from my very minimal research that I have done. Of like watching people make games. Like, if anyone knows Project Feline, I've been following that project for like a really long time. I'm excited for it to
Drawing his boyfriend.
oh, thank you. My brother broke in again.
This is my last time. Leave it. Sorry. Leave it.
I know, I've always wanted to do game coding or like 3D modeling and stuff, but like I said, I have like only done it like a few times. Alrighty. Boom, now we're getting started on honestly making decent progress on the different backgrounds. I mean, they're really simple backgrounds. I did like no perspective lines for any of these whatsoever. But you know, it's all just to get the job done. This isn't a very like super perspective intense animatic anyways, so it's a very static animatic. Say that 10 times fast. From that pangolin, most of the coding you've done is one game on Cool Math Games. Dude, Cool Math Games was the absolute bomb, alright? And I mean, that sounds like a lot more coding than I've ever done in my life. So you should probably be pretty impressed with yourself. Honestly, one thing that I've like been wanting to do to try and get into game coding is try and make like Roblox games, just because I've heard it's actually not that bad of like a starting point for starting to code games. But honestly, I mean, I have so many other projects that like coding games is like probably the least of my concerns, but I'm excited to hopefully one day get to play a game that you've made, Pangolin. I feel like that would be a ton of fun. Even if it is like Cool Math Games Part 2. I know at my old college, I had a acquaintance who was in the game art track, and he was so upset for his first year because instead of actually learning coding or anything, they totally were just like, yeah, no, you're not gonna learn coding or anything, you're gonna make a board game. And dude was so upset. I think he dropped out after that. From Spiritberry, can I talk more about your OCs? But would you need to ask a question I can explain better when someone asks me to? Yeah, if you want to share a little bit more about your OCs, then my question would be, how do they, I guess, like, how do they all correlate together in the stories? Like, what characters belong to which stories, and kind of what dynamic do they have? That would be cool to learn. And then from that pangolin, you're suddenly realizing how much hands are moving. Oh, realizing how much hands and moving parts are involved in harpy hair. There's a decent amount. Honestly, it's kind of surprising because for the harpy hair video, and the Yoklore video in general. I remember I was just scrolling through my YouTube music one day, and I was like, oh, what's this band? I've never heard them before. And because I usually have a very like folk heavy instrumental kind of music choice that I really like to enjoy, a lot of indie titles, it was like a highly recommended thing for me. And it was like 2 hours after it was posted, I'm like, oh my gosh, the song slaps. I hope like everyone listens to it. And it's like, been like a month or two, and I'm like, I'm so glad that song is getting the hype it deserves. Such a good song. And that penguin, ooh, definitely your dream role is to be a design lead / composer / Foley artist. You love that stuff? Man, I really liked making like Foley and everything when I was in my doing my film and animation degree. That was probably one of my favorite things to do. But to be honest, my whole like goal as an artist is one, to just have fun, and then two, just help other people make projects, because I always really enjoy doing that. For me, it's like super hard to do my own projects, but for other people, and helping with their projects, I find so much enjoyment for that. So like my whole like, I guess, goals for being an artist would definitely be just as a general technical artist who could kind of like, fill in wherever needed. From Spiritberry, only 4 of the characters are a part of the main story so far. Nice. The other story has only 2 characters. Okay, cool. Alrighty. We're just gonna do some little people scribbles. We love little people scribbles. Look at these little guys in the background. Absolutely wonderful. Look, these little guys have swords back here. Love them. There we go. We got 2 little guys fighting with swords. I think they're my favorite. From that penguin, on the other hand, being anxious of school, you're also excited because that means that you can prep for your school's version of Comic-Con. Oh, that's cool. Your school has like its own version of Comic-Con? That's actually really dope. You also love making art for people to own physically. Yeah, that's also a lot of fun. One thing that I like really want to start to do is get into like wood carving and everything, because I don't know. I feel like that would be a fun physical art to get into to like give to people, because let me tell you, me and sculpting are like absolute nemesis. Like if I had enemies, it would be sound and clay. Those would be my enemies. For this background, I'm actually doing something a little bit different. So for this background, this is a little bit of a portion of the animatic where the character actually, it zooms in and the character gets larger, so the background will get smaller over time. So just a quick technical thing right here. For the actual background, instead of making multiple backgrounds that get smaller, I'm just going to make one really small background and then pretty much zoom it out over time. I'll probably get into that a little bit more once I finish this background and like, show a little bit of the keyframing, but that's a technical thing that I'm doing right now. If anyone was wondering why I finished a background and I kind of zoomed it out into the background, like zoomed it out into this small little box right here. From Spirit Fairy, the main characters of the first story are Vixen, Juno, Pipsqueak. Oh! And Pipsqueak, a new character. Lovely, lovely. And from that pangolin, yeah, all the students that sign up are chosen to get to sell their art in the school's big hall. That's actually really cool. So it's like your own little artist alley. Two are run by the art club, and the other is run by the game department. They have a mini game con too. Also from that pangolin, so you have 3 chances to get a table with with insurance, of course. That's actually super cool. I know my old college kind of did stuff like that, but college I was at was more of a fine arts college. They could definitely care less about kids who were doing digital art or like Comic Cons or anything. They were a very dance. I don't know. They had like a dance program. They had like every arts that you can imagine, and they were super into fine art. But like, if you were a digital artist, they did not care, unfortunately. At least they didn't yell at you for like making anime at the very least. Like, you know, art teachers are stereotyped to do. From Spirit Fairy, the main villain of the story is a demon goat named Casino. Ooh. From that pangolin, the university is really everything under the sun. LOL. That's what my old university used to be, and I can name drop it because it's literally dead at this point. But I used to go to the University of the Arts. It was a university out in Pennsylvania where basically it had everything from screen printing to dance to immersive VR, sound making, art. It had complete like immersive video making area from game art. From Kelly, what are you working on? So I'm currently working on a animatic, which is going to be a trailer for an upcoming comic that I'm going to be starting. There's a little bit more, I think, information in the description, but basically, it is a animatic about this character here, Aerrin. He kind of comes from a like more traditional kind of background where his like kingdom / country has some very traditional beliefs and stuff, and it's kind of a little trailer being like, oh, everything's not what you thought it was, pretty much. So that is what I'm currently working on. Right now I'm mostly focusing in on the backgrounds and just finishing these up. So I've been a little distracted talking about other stuff than the actual thing I'm working on. I just always find it fun to find out what everyone is kind of up to. But yeah, that's currently what I'm working on is this animatic. Apologies for kind of not saying that sooner. I kind of forget what I have said and haven't said, so. From Spirit Fairy, you're gonna have to get going. You're sleepy? That's perfectly fine. Thank you for stopping by, Spirit Fairy. I hope you have a great rest of your night. From that pangolin, you're gonna have to go soon too, so you can get enough rest to drive to campus tomorrow. No, that's perfectly fine. Thank you so much for dropping in. I hope moving goes well tomorrow. I definitely know, especially like moving onto campus can be very stressful. So I hope it all goes smoothly. Alrighty. Gotta remember where I am in the animatic so I can make sure I'm not like. Okay. Perfect, and then that's just gonna be completely blank because it's gonna be a separate image. From John Smith, hi, new to this stream/channel, what's going on? Can you call me, you can call me Villain if you want, she/them. Hello, Villain, currently working on a animatic, which is going to be a trailer for an upcoming comic series that I'm going to start. It's based on a D&D campaign that I did a long time ago. I'm kind of still pretty much early on into the process. The background song is the Underworld from the epic saga. I can actually do a little kind of playthrough of what I have for the animatic right now for those who are new joining. There's not going to be any sound because copyright reasons for right now, but I can do at least like kind of little dry screening, I guess, if you will, for what I have thus far. Just for those who are kind of new. From that pangolin, thank you, and thankfully you're just sharing the bathroom with the one other person. You'll have no roommate. That's already a win. Yeah, that's amazing. But I hope you some good luck on moving. That being said, gonna do a little bit of a little dry showing of what we have for the animatic so far. If my I was wondering why my thing was lagging. Alright, there we go. So, kind of like this character Aerrin, he gets a little pendant from his mom. The words are not here right now because I did not put that layer on. Hold up. There's text, and then I completely forgot about that. And apologies for my last, like, lackluster explanations. I'm, like, really bad at explaining stuff. But yeah, basically, there should be a little bit more context in the description if I remember correctly. Don't quote me on that, because I am very bad at remembering things. But yeah, just working on a little animatic, which will hopefully be a finished trailer by this weekend. Gonna kind of see how far we're gonna be getting. Just working on the backgrounds right now. So yeah, that's kind of all that's happening right now. And I'm just yapping about random stuff, so. Alright. That's kind of a little bit of a dry kind of things that are happening. Hello, Michelle Wall, welcome! So, with the whole little, did a whole little playthrough of that. I'm gonna be kind of working in on the backgrounds. Right now, the backgrounds kind of have like 3 little phases to them that I'm working on. Because each kind of section has a color associated with it. So I have like the yellow section. Hold up, let me get to it. I have like the blue section, which is kind of like a war / battlefield. Then it kind of continues on to the red section, which is kind of like flashback time, pretty much. And then back to the blue. So kind of just working on just some basic backgrounds for everything. And that pangolin, holy heck, that's good. Thank you. It's a little awkward without sound, so apologies. I just don't feel like getting like, I guess, smacked straight in the face with something that I don't know how to combat with, so. Alright. If if you have any further questions about the animatic, just totally ask them in the comments. Just because it's kind of hard to, I guess, grasp what to talk about it when I just sometimes don't have a clue. Alright. Why can I not see? Okay, that's why. And if anyone's curious about the program that I'm currently using in order to do this animatic, I am currently using Clip Studio Paint. It's the first version. It is, I don't think, available any longer, unfortunately, on the Clip Studio website, but if anyone was curious about the animation program, that is currently what I use. Okay. From Shweevathan, it amazes me every time I see it. Talk to you during stuff. Thank you, Shweevathan. That's very nice of you to say. Alrighty. There's a good chunk of this which is blank, so thankfully you can skip past a good chunk of it. This animatic is like a minute long, which is taking me forever, but that is okay, because sometimes the best things take you the longest. This is also kind of a trial run for me, because this is the biggest and first animatic that I've done of this type, so I've done a few kind of like shorter animatics, so this is kind of new for me. Alright. This one, do I have a background for this? That is my question. I don't believe I do. No background for this one. Alright, here's what the background's thrown up again. Dope. And for those who are new, I also have these little frogs that I'll be running around stream. They kind of just accumulate over time. I have like a bunch of them on my second monitor. I'll probably just start tossing some of them back over here. And usually at the end of streams, we'll do a count and see how many frogs kind of showed up over stream. So. And these little guys are slightly broken because I have not finished them. So if you see them kind of glitching out a little bit, no you didn't, so. Alright, working on the next background. For this section here, kind of going for a kind of graveyard theme for the background. Do like a few different types of tombstone back here, which thankfully aren't too hard to do. They're just very geometric shapes. And you gotta love those simple battles that you can win when it's just simple geometric shapes. Alrighty. And hopefully you guys aren't experiencing any lag. I have a whole bunch of frogs currently on my other monitor, so they might be lagging out the stream just a tiny bit. And then add just like a normal grave down here. So I can actually color it in properly. Cheese and crackers. There we go. That's pretty simple enough for a background, thankfully. And then I think the next background is probably going to be a little bit more complicated, then it should just be smooth sailing from there. Because the most complicated backgrounds were at the beginning, where I was trying to do like a house with like a Georgia mansion kind of style. So this will be a lot more easy to complete. I do, however, need all these frogs to get out of my way so I can scroll. There we go. Alrighty. This one's a little bit more difficult because it has slight more, whatchamacallit to it? Perspective. That's what it is. Alrighty, there we go. I know, so far, making this animatic has been pretty fun. Definitely gets me out of my drawing comfort zone. It's the first time in a little while, so. If there's any other artists in chat, hopefully, hope you guys are having a good time making art currently. And if anyone has any projects they would like to share, totally do so. I always love hearing what other people are working on. There we go. These backgrounds are going a lot easier than last stream on Tuesday when I was trying to do them. Probably because those backgrounds were a lot more complicated, but I only got through like 3 backgrounds, and this time I'm actually making smooth progress. Might actually get started on finishing some of the actual line art sketches for the characters. Finally making good progress for once. Alright. This grave is a little tricky, however. I hate rounded corners. Absolute worst. For some reason, they always take me forever to try and get right. I think that's just like a wrist discipline kind of thing, because I've got a pretty small drawing tablet. Hello, Star Tomato, or should I say Frog, because you won the bet last stream. Hell yeah, progress? Exactly, hell yeah, progress. And hopefully it'll be finished this weekend. We will see, however. There we go, that's good for that. And if hopefully no one's paying attention to the naming conventions of the layers down here, because I have not been. So if you see like weird stuff like, 1K, that's just because on Clip Studio Paint for the layers it counts in numbers, and then if you so this is like 1. So it's like 1, 2, 3, and then I linked number 1 again, and so afterwards it starts counting like 1 with numbers. That is why some of the naming conventions down there are a little funky. Just that's how Clip Studio works. I could rename them, but that takes a stronger artist, and I am not that. From Star Tomato or Frog TM. Oh yeah, Frog TM. Yep, you got the closest for the bet of the amount of frogs that are present. How could you forget? I mean, I almost forgot, so it's my own stream. Alright. Yay, on to the last part. Woo! Back to another very poorly fleshed out battle scene in the background. Gotta love drawing smoke, because I definitely don't remember how to draw it. From Sir Tomato Bro, LOL. Listen. I have no excuse but listen. I don't know, this stream I think we're probably gonna hit 50 frogs again, to be honest. They were just hanging out on my separate monitor, having a good old grand old time logging out my computer. Honestly, I kind of regret doing this animatic on 30 frames per second. If anyone is into animation or anything, they may know like 24 frames per second is standard for cinema, but 30 frames per second is standard for digital media. I would recommend, if anyone's doing an animatic or anything, to just stay to 24, just because it's a lot less frames for you to work through. Oh, give me a second. Just a little bit of lag on my computer as it tries to save this massive Clip Studio Paint file. There we go. And as well, if anyone else is curious, because I'm doing 30 frames per second, for each of the like animatic frames that I'm doing, I always try and make sure, even if they're super close together, that they're always on 3s. So I always make sure that there's pretty much 3 frames before I switch it to the next one. If anyone was curious about some of the technical stuff. Alright, there we go. That's actually the background done. Let's go. Very, very simple background. It's very static animatic, which is good for my purposes. But yeah, some of these beginning backgrounds are a little bit more complicated. That's why they took a little bit more time. Let me see if I can find my... There we go. Probably my favorite one, question mark, which is kind of just like a zoomed out of the back entrance of the house. From Star Tomato, yay! Yeah, let's go, progress! Wow, and it only took me like an hour to finish completing. Let's go. I don't know how long stream will be today. Usually I stream like 1 to 2 hours. I might try and make it to the 2-hour mark, but we will see. Alright, now we're actually gonna go in with some line art. So this will be fun. Yay! Right. Gotta turn keyframes off. There we go. Actually, before I start doing line art for the characters, there is one thing, however, I need to do. Clip Studio Paint does allow you to do keyframes where basically you can tween stuff between one position and another. And there's one of these backgrounds that I actually have to make sure I move over the course of time. I just gotta find that background real quick. Alright, it's this one. So for this background, the character actually is running towards the screen. So they're actually like getting bigger over time. So for the background that I have currently, I actually drew it zoomed out. So basically what I'm gonna do is add some keyframes up in here. Clip Studio Paint, you just click this little box right here that adds keyframes. Click right here to add a keyframe here. And then at the end of this, right here, I'm going to grab the operations tool, press Shift and Alt as I make it bigger, and then I'm able to expand it from the middle. Actually, this one needs to stay the small size, and then it is the first keyframe that I actually need to make bigger. That is actually what I need to do. There we go. From Star Tomato, when does the Pebbles animatic drop? Star Tomato, I have no idea. I would have to think of a Pebbles animatic first. But I'm excited to do one. Hopefully, since this is going to be based on, these are like trailers for a comic, I hope to at least do one animatic per character as like a character trailer for each person. So, hopefully soon. From Truth Within, dang, that's looking dope. Oh, thank you. From Walker Helm, bonjour, madame. Welcome, welcome. From Star Tomato, shh. I wanted to answer my question. Oop, never mind. Alright. Alright, there we go. So, just cause another thing that I have to remember to do is this one right here. I think I need to make this into a hold keyframe. Nope. Hold up. There we go. Maybe? No, that's not how it works. Hold up. I'm just gonna do the tried and true method of, because this is where this currently should be sitting, going to copy that keyframe, put it on the frame exactly before the first keyframe, paste it there, turn this one into a hold keyframe. That way, none of the backgrounds before are zoomed in until you get to this one. And then it should zoom in over time. If I did this correctly. From Walking Helm, don't apologize, just practicing French here for 4 months. So, oh, that's perfectly fine. I wish I knew a little bit more of another language. That would be cool. I can barely speak English, so. Alright, there we go. And then instead of that being put that on smooth interpolation. There we go. Now we actually got a zooming in back, or zooming out background. That is what I wanted to accomplish, and I actually did that. So when the character, he turns around and the background starts zooming out as he's running, and it stops as he gets there. Which actually, I gotta wait till this frame here in order to actually start moving the background, because that's when it would make sense. Yeah, there we go. Dynamicism, or it being dynamic. Let's go. That took me a hot second to figure out. It's been a while since I've used keyframes in Clip Studio, so. I gotta... Oh, I know what I did wrong. I got to pretty much copy this keyframe. Nope, I did not want to paste. I want to copy this. Paste that there. So these keyframes are exactly the same. Then I'm going to turn this one into a hold interpolation. And basically interpolation is how the computer calculates moving from one position of an image to a second position of an image. From Walker Helm, well, that's impressive. Très bien. Oh, thank you. I at least know that means very good, so. I at least took enough Spanish to semi-understand a little bit of French. As basic as that is. There, and now it won't start until he actually starts running, and then it should zoom out. Yeah! Woo! Let's go! Alright. We're gonna lock the backgrounds for right now, because that's all we need for them currently. Actually, before I do that, I'm gonna make the backgrounds blue, just so they're, not distracting. From Schweethan, honestly, I have no idea how to do any of this, so it's great to hear all the technical stuff. I mean, you probably could get a lot better technical explanations for things, but thank you. It's nice trying to explain some of the technical stuff, even if overall it's a little bit incoherent, because to me, like, it's hard to explain technical stuff while I'm drawing, because there's like not super a bunch of technical stuff for drawing, but it's a lot of fun to actually go into using keyframe animation and explain at least how I learned how it works, I guess. Alright. Anyways, that aside, I do not need that currently. That should go there. Alright. I'm actually going to change what color the backgrounds are. I think backgrounds, I'm going to... Actually, I'm going to keep the backgrounds blue. I'm just going to make them a little bit of a lighter blue. And then for the sketch layers, I'm going to turn them red. There we go. Actually, maybe a pink. Maybe a pink will work. If anyone's wondering, I guess some other technical stuff of what I'm doing right here on Clip Studio Paint, you can basically add a layer effect where it's a layer color, which basically transposes a color over the values of a certain layer. So if you press like Control B, basically it adds in this layer effect to blue, and then you can change it from there. From Sir Tomato, oh, wise one, you should make a tutorial video so I may refer back to your teaching. There are probably a lot better tutorials on on animating Clip Studio Paint. To be honest, I only really know the surface level of doing animation on here. Unfortunately, I haven't been like able to totally do it. Like, you have light table and everything, which is cool stuff to use. How to actually use it, I have no idea. So, from Turkey to Second, got the star emoji face, lovely. From Walker Helm, LOL. Yeah, fair enough. Alright. Alright. I feel like I've said alright like 6 times. Oh my goodness. Cheese and crackers. Cool. Tidied up the little sketches, and now we're actually gonna go in and do some line art. Oh man. I totally screwed up. For doing the backgrounds in the later half, I was supposed to use a specific brush that had a pen texture on it, but I did not. Am I gonna go back and fix it? Absolutely not. Those are done. They're the backgrounds, so it's perfectly fine. Will, however, continue doing this. Alright. So what's actually cool about having the backgrounds blue, the sketch layer red, and then is that you can enable onion skins, which basically means that you can see the layer before and after you're drawing on the timeline. So then you have a deeper blue. So basically this will allow me to kind of make sure I can understand where the previous drawings were in order to turn them into the current drawings. From Walker Helm, how long have you been drawing? I have been drawing probably since like 2015, really getting into it in like 2016. That was when I was like in middle school. I've been like drawing pretty seriously since then, so definitely started out drawing with an Undertale phase. And I'm currently, where I am at in my current art journey. Alright, I believe I used, oops. There we go. Yeah, okay. This is the right pen that I used. But yeah, I've been drawing since like 2015, around there. And probably before that, I've been probably drawing for forever, but that's like when I started to really try and take art seriously, was around 2015. That's only been like a solid, oh geez. Let's see if I can do some math. It's currently 2024 minus... Oh geez. Hold up. Got some lag. Every time my drawing program lags out, it's because Clip Studio Paint is like automatically saving. So there might just be points in time where stuff just lags out, and that's why. That would be 2015. Hold up. It's been so long. Hold up. So that's a 1. (14 minus 15). 7? No, that does not make sense. It's been like 9-ish years. Dude, it's been so long since I've done like basic arithmetic. Oh man, that was embarrassing. But it's been like 7 to 9 years. Been drawing at least for a decent amount of time, I would definitely say. For Walker Helm, that's dope. It's so difficult to draw people and emotions. You're very skilled and talented. Thank you. That's very nice of you to say. I think every artist is skilled and talented no matter where they are in their art journey, but thank you very much. It's all about like discipline and practice. Like even though I've been drawing for like forever, I only really, I don't know, I'd call it professional drawing just because like starting commissions and everything for only like a year now, so. And there's still a lot of things that I really want to learn and improve on, so. Making animatics is one of those things, which is why definitely doing this. Here we are. Alright. Gonna be pretty much drawing his face and then turning on the onion skin to kind of make sure where I'm gonna draw next. His face is a little wonky in this frame, but do I care? Not particularly that much. That's what liquefy is for. There you go. A little better. From Walker Helm. Gotta take a shower and head back to class, but something be right back. No, that's perfectly fine. Thank you so much for joining. I hope you had a good time, and I hope you have a good time at class. Alright. And then turning onion skin on so I can kind of gauge where his prior position was. Make sure I kind of get that a little bit the same, but I mean, the kind of rule of thumb for animation, at least for like storyboarding and stuff, is that even though only a certain part of the character is moving, every piece of the character should move as well. It's kind of like, you know, when you have like a bunch of cans attached to a string, if you like hit the bottom can, the rest will also move. That's kind of the whole theory. At least that's what I was told in school. From Walker Helm, merci. Unfortunately, I don't know how to pronounce that last one, but I hope you have a good day. Alright. Because thankfully, a lot of his like main torso position is the same. So I am honestly just gonna kind of trace that. A lot of like, at least what I've been told when doing animation and or animatics and stuff in school is that the majority of stuff that you want to try and do is subtle movement, because subtle movement is one, easier to animate, and two, overall just helps with the integrity of a movement, because even though everything in your body moves when you turn your head, it doesn't move a lot. And we're just gonna quickly draw these hands and pretend like they don't exist. Honestly, this hand's not that bad. There are definitely some sketched hands in this, which are very sus. So these ones are passable though. Been drawing for a really long time, still can't consistently draw hands. Here we go. Perfect. The arms have a lot of movement, so that's why I'm kind of like tracing them off of the sketch instead of off of the previous drawing. Trying to be a little loose with my line art just because that helps give like life to your lines. Whoop. Alright, if I can draw this line correctly, that would be wonderful. You know what, that'll work. I really should be utilizing line weight a little bit more, but right now I'm kind of just focused on getting the motion down. There we go. These little kind of these are meant to be like seams in the clothing. His shirt underneath, basically this character is like he's wearing a tunic, he's wearing chainmail, and then underneath he's wearing a padded tunic. So that's kind of why it has these little lines in it. Just gonna quickly draw this whole shield right here. Just because it's not like the biggest detail on his outfit. And although I'd like to like make it move more because it is on the center of his chest, for right now I'm gonna keep it kind of stationary. And then honestly I'll probably just use the lasso tool to move it. Like a tried and true digital artist. When in doubt, use the lasso tool. Should be probably about there. That looks like a good amount of movement for it. Alrighty, I'm gonna do a little bit more movement for his tunic. Best part is because this is not a full animation, these can be kind of not too similar to each other, which is nice. So there we go. Moving his knees just slightly. Alright, that is this character Aerrin right now. And then next, I'm gonna do his mom. She's moving her position a lot, so I'm just gonna straight up draw, you know, in general, her again. Her eye shapes change, but you know what, that's fine. Consistency is something I do not have, and I'm secure with that. Alright. Give her a little bit more of a rounder face since she is a kind of thicker kind of character. I'm gonna kind of thin out her jaw a little bit because I gave her a little bit more of a masculine jaw than I wanted her to. I don't know if I do want to do a fully colored in top black lip, but at least make it a little bit thinner than the bottom lip. Cute little button nose. A little bit of, you know, just blush in general. I always like doing like the cute little line blushes. I always find those fun to do. Alright. So she's wearing kind of a very traditional, like, I guess, Renaissance outfit where it has like the little earmuffs and the headband. So you're wondering what the heck is going on with her head, is earmuffs and a headband. Gotta keep referring back to the first line art drawing that I did of her because I do not have a character reference for her. From Should Be Within, the line blush is your favorite, honestly. Absolutely love line blush. It's the best. Makes your characters look so soft. And adds a little bit more detail to the face than if they weren't there. That's probably my favorite part, is just adding slightly more detail to a face. Alright, her face is a little thicker. We're gonna just give her slightly more cheek. There we go, that's cute. Perfect. So, probably won't stream for too much longer because you can probably tell because I'm getting a little quiet. I'm getting a little tired. So, probably towards like 11:30, or it is 11:30 currently. Probably 11:40-ish. I might end stream for my sanity. And then hopefully I will be able to finish this all by this weekend and have a finished animatic. Gotta love that Clip Studio Paint saving. Honestly, I do really like that Clip Studio Paint does autosave because, oh boy, let me tell you, there's been a couple programs that just do not autosave and they've absolutely just like ruined my life. If anyone is an animator and they've used Toon Boom or like Storyboard Pro or Harmony before, none of those programs autosave. And I didn't know that in the beginning, and when I accidentally like unplugged a computer that I had been working like 14 hours on, I cried, dude. I cried so hard. So even though Clip Studio Paint takes forever to autosave, it is very nice to do so. I'd rather it autosave than like completely lose progress, you know? Giving her kind of a very square cut top. There we go, somewhere around there. I was wondering why her like neck looked so bare. It's because she literally took off the pendant. She's holding it in her hands right here, but totally took off the pendant that she has. These hands are going to be a little less favorable than the last one, so that's okay. Not all hands can be beautiful, and that's exactly what makes them unique. Which, I mean, in my opinion, is a good thing, because that means I don't have to draw beautiful hands all the time. Alright, there we go. Alright. And then she has both kind of longer sleeves down here, and then has trumpet sleeves attached to She has like over trumpet sleeves and then regular sleeves. Because that is the look and the vibe. Here we go. Give it a little bit of a fold right at her elbow. Zoom out just a little bit just to double check everything. Yeah, that's not too bad, not too bad. I'm gonna make sure that her veil that she has on is at least semi-visible all the time, because that is a little bit of like an important outfit kind of thing that she has, which is her veil. Alrighty. Whoops. Accidentally just scooched all the way over. Time to throw out a little pendant. I mean, it's technically a rosary, but I like the word pendant a little bit more. Just because rosaries have a very specific style to them, and this is less of an actual rosary, more of just a regular pendant. Right. Here we go. That'll work for that pose. Hold up. Just realized I like completely accidentally got rid of this guy's whole caboose. He just has no hips and or caboose. Let me fix that. Here we go. And I'm honestly fine if the line art's like not the cleanest, because my goal is to make a finished animatic, not a neat animatic. So, and something I've realized from like watching professional projects is a lot of the time there are like small imperfections and stuff that a lot of people don't realize are there, and it doesn't add nor does it subtract from a finished project, especially for something like an animatic if there's like small inconsistencies. Because the only one who's pausing and really looking at the individual frames is yourself or other artists, and other artists will totally understand. From Shrivatha, you can't take Aerrin's caboose. I'm sorry, I didn't even realize I just completely just like absolutely just snapped his caboose away. Alright. I'll probably finish this this last piece here, and then probably call it for this stream. At the end of stream, I will do frog count, because even though there are none currently on this monitor, I have little frogs running around, so we'll get to count them at the end of stream, kind of put some bets in, and see who gets the closest to the amount of frogs that have accumulated over the course of the stream. And then lastly, do a little bit of a run through of the animatic that we have currently. So that'll be fun, you know? Gotta make sure Bro's face is like in the same position because he has technically the same amount of head turn, a little bit. Eyebrows just slightly more surprised. And then just gonna drag it slightly this way. Definitely move where his eyeballs are at, because that's not where they were at in the first place. I think I'm just gonna fill them in, just because that makes it a little easier. And the first drawing had at least his irises filled in, so I'm just gonna continue that theme because he's in the background. Therefore, it makes it just slightly easier to minimize some of the detail that he has. Trying to make sure he's looking in the right direction, but it's a little hard to tell. Alrighty. Finish up his hair. And then this time I'm mostly going to be following the sketch layer instead of the onion frame. Or onion skin, not the onion frame. I mean, either could work, but... I'm going to move his head slightly a little bit more. I'll just add his eyeballs in later when I draw his mom. That way it's a little easier so he's not just like looking off into nowhere. He actually is looking at her. That's definitely one way that I've learned, if you really want to level up your art, is make sure when the characters are looking somewhere that, one, both their eyes are looking in the same direction, and two, they're actually directly looking at what they're doing and we're perceiving. Because that's a really quick way to level up your art, is just to make sure that the eye contact that your character has with its surroundings is on point, because that's something that us as humans really look for, is where a character and or person is actually looking at. Alright. Ooh, lovely. We got some wonky hands. That is okay. Boom. One hand. Two hand. I'm gonna make this hand slightly smaller because the other hand, at least in the sketch layer that I have, is slightly too big. Then we got his elbow. I think his elbow needs to be slightly bigger. There we go. Gonna kind of do this little wobbly line art, just because it's not entirely supposed to look like chainmail, but it is chainmail. And I don't know how to properly do that in such a, I guess, simple format, so wiggly lines it is. And then would probably see both a little bit of the top of the coat of arms that he has, which thankfully is rather simple, and a little bit of the bottom of the coat of arms. Probably something like that. Boom. Alright, his belt has been covered by his arms both times. I was trying to see how I drew his belt in currently, but unfortunately, since it's been covered both times that he's been present thus far, I guess I'm gonna make it up right now. Although I do know that it's like one of those knight kind of belts where pretty much you have like a circle and then hold up. And then you have like the little bottom part coming out of the circle. It's more complicated than that. But for right now, this works. Here we are. Gonna kind of start drawing in his mom just a little bit. And I'm doing like these little swirly things because I don't know, we have a pair of like these little like, you know, Renaissance earmuff headband things, and how we have them, they have little swirls on it, so I'm kind of just drawing inspiration from those IRL ones that I have from Shreebathan. As long as it works, lol, who cares? Exactly. It's not about a good art piece, it's about an understandable art piece. Don't actually take that as actual advice. I have no idea if that's actually what it's about. But that is what I'm gonna assume it's about. Still have no idea how I'm gonna convey that she's wearing a veil in the actual like finished one, but we're gonna find out. Probably not together because I'll probably finish it off stream, but like, you know, if anyone watches the finished one, you'll see how it's finished, you know? If anyone has any ideas, let me know. Because right now my kind of idea is to color in the line art and then add a lighter color where or at least like a lighter overlay wherever the veil is present. Kind of my ideas right now. Make sure I have her long sleeve, and then she has her arm over there, just simplifying it so I don't have to, 1, draw the entire arm, and then 2, take up a little bit too much detail where I don't need it. Got her secondary arm over here. There we go. That's pretty much his mom. Finished. And then just gotta finish up his line art. And then after kind of finish up his line art, we'll do one run through of the animatic. Probably continue playing it on loop as we do some frog count. So. Gotta make sure I put those little lines in his outfit, because if you do it for one, you gotta do it for all. That's one thing I kind of struggle with, is making sure what are the important details on a character and simplifying them enough, because I definitely have an issue simplifying characters, especially for stuff like this. Alright. I am gonna hide these layers. 1, 2, and 3. Alright. Perfect. So, right now, it is frog time. Also, Shweebathan, excited to see all the changes. Whoop whoop. It's not gonna be that many. To be honest, it might be a little disappointing for amount of changes, quote unquote, but we'll see. I will say we probably have on the higher end of our average amount of frogs, so take your bets if anyone wants to bet how many frogs there are. I don't know what the prize is. There is no prize, only satisfaction, I guess. You get the satisfaction of guessing how many frogs there is. But I'm gonna set this up so we can have a little bit of a playthrough of the animatic. You guys can put in some frog guesses, and kind of as this loops, gonna count some frogs, cause yeah. All right, gonna add those in. We are gonna undo that for right now. Alright, once again, there is no sound. There we go. Hopefully, everything should be where it's supposed to be. Alrighty. From Star Tomato, winner of the total of the frogs. Oh, winner gets the title of the frog. Got it. That's if I remember, but definitely got it. That will be the proverbial prize. Alright. So I'm just gonna have this playthrough while counting some frogs. Oh, whoops, hold up. It's broken. Oh no, we broke it. Alright, now it's unbroken. Alright, back to your regular scheduled program. Alrighty, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 14, 15, 16, 17. Oh, whoops, that's my OBS. Hold up. Oh no! Oh no, that's not what I wanted! No, OBS! Bad OBS! You guys saw nothing. Absolutely nothing. 17! 18! Hold up. 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50. 51. The exact same as yesterday, actually. Oh wait, no, hold up. I missed one. 52. One more than yesterday. So, what were the votes? Alright. We had 56 from Star Tomato. 56 or 57 from Shweebathin. We have Turkey Wiki to second. Turwiki to second, which is 47. Oh man, really close. And then the Frogs brought distraction. Yep, they completely riggedy wrecked. Know your title. I guess Shweebathin is now wait, no, who is the closest? Hold up. So we had 52. Who was the closest? I think it would still use Star Tomato. I still think you have the title of Frog TM. Because you got 56, 57, and then 47. Yep, I think you're still the closest. Dang, you were off by, yeah, it's okay, it's okay. But, thank you guys for joining for stream. I hope you guys have a great rest of your night and or day. Make sure you drink some water, make sure you touch some grass, and then, most importantly, make sure you stretch. I will hopefully be seeing you guys on Tuesday. I try and stream every Tuesday and Thursday, 10 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. So I hope to catch you guys next time. And hopefully we will crown a new frog trademark next time. Have a great rest of your night.